Hey, we're back with more Miles Edgeworth. I think we're going to finish today. We should anyway. I thought we were done last episode, but there's like a bunch of epilogue stuff, so I guess there's some loose ends to tie up. Game seems really loud. I'm going to turn it down real quick. Sorry. That's better. In our crazy building. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Hooray. I don't think that's happened yet. Now it has, okay. Piece of evidence from the KG-8 incident. Please play the tape for us. It's Manny Cochin. Who you stabbed? Yeah, unlike you, I actually read the file that we've been talking about. Hey, Dark Star Charles, how you doing? Ernest Simano. You think it has everything to do with the case? You think so, Edgeworth? Embassy car. I assume that's what they want us to notice. Dopian flag. Good question. How do you figure? Just completely cut Callisto U out of this now. Okay. Let us do the investigating. Roll credits. Well, this area is not Alabastian soil. This area is neutral ground. Is this really where our investigation ends? right where you left me, but okay. Yeah, that was fast. Member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, so... Okay. It calls the entire organization into question. Maybe Alba is like, IAB, all Interpol agents are bastards. Oh, nice, yeah. I still don't know how Andrea had it and was in the house with me for like a week and I never got it. Unity's weird. Anyway, Mr. Cochin's murder was all Callisto you. Truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. No, that's frustrating, sir. Oh yeah, Damask too. Oh, god damn it. We need to do a thing here. At least they're like building it on top of the previous pointless filler case. Instead of making another one out of like complete whole cloth. Sub-case, I should say. It wasn't all of case 5. It was just a weird Larry Butts, Wendy Oldbag diversion that they were able to delete all the evidence from. They left me with one piece of evidence from all that it would be funny if it comes up here, right? This game had an ending. I guess it still had loose ends to tie up, but maybe we'll get some evidence here that moves in the direction of those loose ends, but I have a bad feeling about it. There was some good stuff in this case. The stuff with Callisto U and Shona was pretty neat. But so far, I think like case 4 in this game is the best case I've done in any Phoenix Wright game. Nothing short of a perfect explanation. Here, I think they're definitely doing like an encore. If case 4 was the best case that I've played, the Larry Butts, Wendy Oldbag diversion was the worst like diversion, worst like subcase sequence. Oof. Last chance, okay. Okay, I love this track. Mandy Kojin's body was found in the Secretariat's office. Yep. Oh no, I'm so sorry, sir. When do you get to finally play it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to start playing it more because I'm really struggling to avoid spoilers. Twitter keeps aggressively trying to post stuff from it, like just some of the video essays I follow are posting clips from it or retweeting clips from it. And not just on Twitter, it's like everywhere. I was hoping to stretch it out as long as possible, but I don't know if it's going to be possible if I want to stay unspoiled. Nice. That sounds good. She knows the least about both. Okay, it's fine. I love that Long's just like, she's the only person that I know of that was on both sides, therefore she did it. Can't figure out how the murder of Damascus Tekken is related to the smuggling ring. Near the end of our investigation. I wonder if you can revert that I don't want to see these videos step. I'm sure it has some kind of rule where it doesn't start tanking you in the algorithm. Too many people do that, right? I'm going on to YouTube and change the titles so that they don't have any boss names or anything on there. Who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I don't know, man. This place doesn't seem super secure. You prosecutor. I feel this really feels appended here at the end. He left after taking the bullet, right? Oh wait, no, that was bad. Disregard. But he left and then immediately came right back inside. It's like when Sansa dyes her hair at the end of a Game of Thrones season and they don't know why she's doing that because George R. R. Martin hadn't written it yet. And the very first episode of the next season, she undyes it. Press. Well, it'd be great if YouTube was clearer about like what the algorithm does and what it takes into account, especially for small channels. Like, I've noticed that my second channel for the RuneScape Leagues content has been reaching a completely different audience of people, much to my chagrin. Like, the actual more toxic core of RuneScape fans that my main RuneScape videos on my main YouTube channel has never touched in the first place because it's already, like, selected against them over years.
Hold it!
The Primiduck statue was also brought over by Francisca. Okay. What's the motive? Okay, don't ask what the motive, it's fine. Right. Penetrate two countries impenetrable security. The world could cross over that. Okay.
Hold it!
I don't have any idea. I guess I can look through my evidence here. Assist there.
Objection!
Explain the statue. The only things to cross the border are the statue and the knife. I hardly think that those are the only two items. Okay, so that's my hint, but one of the knives was used. Okay, that's true, so we're not going to present on that. The murder weapon and the killing of Damas 2 is the Primiduck statue. Okay, that's also true. These two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' security. That's true. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you. That's not necessarily true, but that also doesn't tie into the hint that Edgeworth just gave, right? This seems like an arbitrary... Is this like another one of the long just forgot about the other statue thing? Because it was both statues at one, right? Which, okay, I guess maybe that's not as trivial as I thought it was, because it implies that the person was able to cross the border twice, but his theory of the crime doesn't require that she only crossed once. Right now, it's just hinging on the fact that she could cross an infinite number of times, so it doesn't really matter, right? This is the one that was used as a weapon, so we want the other one, right? Oh, fuck. Well, that's apparently not right. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. You cannot defeat my kung fu with karate. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the right thing, so I can try presenting on this one instead. These two objects, I guess. I still think I disagree, but...
Objection!
Okay. They probably should have let me do it in either 3 or 4 there, but... Or he should have been more clear in statement 3. There were only 2 items. Where did Alabama's statue go? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. Yeah, that's right. Agreed. Well, that's a different question. Was there no one else who traveled between the two countries? There was definitely another person.
Objection!
Okay.
Objection!
Suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors. Oh yeah, over the windows, right? Well, they said she was flying, but I'm pretty sure she just threw her coat out the window. We never actually resolved that, I don't think. As long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility. Okay. I don't think it's accurate, though. I mean, maybe I misread it and it wasn't just this one, right? I really thought that was just, like, the jacket being thrown out the window, but okay.
Take that!
I'm sure you're familiar with this unforgettable photo. That supernatural photo? Not humanly possible? Eureka. Face hidden within this photo's blurry trailed shadow is... What? Okay, let's... It's not Cochin's corpse. Okay, well, I can just kind of narrow this down by things that are actual, like, faces, right? It wasn't flowers. It wasn't a note. I guess it could be a statue, but like she like wrapped the statue up in something and threw it. It wasn't samurai dogs. And I can't present profiles here, right? Not that any of them would make sense. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a statue, but I have basically no reason to. Other than it's a thing that has a face that... It's this one was the one that was used as the weapon, right? So the precious artifact that we're implying was like people weren't allowed to touch it or it would cause an international incident and you would go to jail, such that Interpol couldn't even investigate it. She just like wrapped it up in something and threw it out a window. Okay. I don't know if that's what they're implying, but we'll see. I've got logic to burn. Okay, it looks like that was right. Explain it to me, Miles. She dressed it in clothes. She put the knife in there too? Like she threw it? Like what? It doesn't seem that. Maybe there's like some ambiguity in the word launch that... Your testimony. Mentioned something of interest. You said just before the murder, Miss Von Karmer had been in this room. Fair. Oh, hey, I finally get to Brockett.
Duty.
Nice. Tell me you suspect me too. I don't. Drop the volume on that a little bit. Okay. So I said earlier I was assigned to guard duty. Get another one, back to back.
Duty.
I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way toward the ambassador's office. Turned to the Rose Garden, checked up on the security situation. Thanks, sir. Shit, yeah. Actually, while they're in here, I can unban if you wanted to try rebanning them, see what happens. Right, time to press. Got it. They're unbanned if you wanted to try it again.
Hold it!
Yeah, it worked. Thank you. It was peak banned. That day, 7 years ago.
Hold it!
The theater? Suspecting I'm gonna get an extra bit of
Hold it!
text here since it told me specifically to press. Okay. Okay.
Hold it!
Don't have anything new yet, so I'm a little nervous. Criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. Let me know you're not lying. Alba was standing by the flower box. Hey, add that statement. Okay. Got an easier one this time. Master Alba was watering the flowers on the windowsill.
Hold it!
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know Alba was watering his plants? Yeah, that's a weird question, Edgeworth. Fortunately for me, Alba's not an immovable wall. What? The idea of, like, line of sight in the Phoenix Wright universe that, like, she couldn't have just been in the room while he was, like, walking around doing stuff. Okay. I love this idea. Like, I get that they're enamored with the idea of line of sight because it's an easy thing to use as a puzzle, right? Someone could say, hey, I walked in and he was watering his plants. Like, how do you know that's what he was doing? Ambassador Alba's opaque, after all. You don't have X-ray vision. What did you say just now? Flowers are growing beautifully. I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. Really? There were 4 large... Oh god, there are fewer than 4 in my evidence. Oh my god, Nani the fuck? There's only 2. Francisca, you murdered that guy. Opaque. Can you hear that? She's gonna get taken away, sir. Right. A lot of words like that can be frustrating. I don't have any that are jumping to mind, but there's a lot of words in English where, like, parts of it sound like other words that are similar and are easily confusing as a result. It's like false cognates in Romance languages, right? I think I remember learning about those when I briefly took Spanish lessons. Must be something behind this discrepancy. Opals are iridescent and... yeah. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I am certain that this is relevant. This patch of soil looks as though it had something removed from it. Two things are pulled out of this flower box. Okay. Being called flowers are a species of vine. They're Well supported by these plant supports. Really? Okay. I'd be okay to play the fan translation. This game seems mostly well localized. It seems like it stumbles a little bit in certain places. There's some minor like grammar and typographical errors here and there, and they keep, in this particular part of this case, I don't think that Long was doing this before, but he keeps referring to Francisca as the sis, which sounds like it's like a literal translation, right? Maybe something you might occasionally translate as like sister, like someone might say in slang terms in English, but it sounds really awkward when he says, yeah, that's what the sis said. Like, what? Show evidence. Don't know what yet. I wonder if it has any pieces of evidence like this game where like the fan translation would require them to edit the assets in the game, like the note in this one. Truth behind the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence. Oh, is this the dirt on the sticks? Yeah, I think that's right.
Take that!
Oh, the translators recorded themselves and the mixing's not the best. Fair. I've never been able to like explain this feeling before, but there's like a certain quality to like the like timbre of the voice of nerdy indie fan devs and fan creators that like if you play an indie game and there's like a song in the game that was performed by, I don't know, someone who has vocal training who's a friend of one of the developers, you could usually tell, if that makes sense. They sing with nerd voice. Like whoever they got to sing the song in the Folding Ideas 50 Shades of Grey videos also kind of has that nerd voice. I want to say the credits of Doki Doki Literature Club too. Just another stick, isn't it? What? Okay, let's I have no idea. Brute force, not the ceiling fan, not the statue, not the spear, not the knives. Are we saying that they're crossbow bolts, as well as hair sticks, as well as vine supports? Okay. Okay, looks like that's right. I don't hate that. That's actually kind of fun. I wish we got the hair sticks and then got here in a less silly way, but I think this is kind of a consistent thing with maybe this game in particular, maybe also true of the earlier Phoenix Wright games. I don't remember as well. They tend to have cool individual ideas for like evidence interactions, but sometimes the way they get you to them feels really clumsy or janky, right? Like I don't mind the idea of pointing out the contradiction that Francisca or whoever took the items crossed twice because they brought more than 2 items between the two borders, but I feel like the way that they made me conclude that was super janky. Like, it wasn't important to Long's testimony that more than 2 items cross. It was just kind of like a trivial mistake that he made instead of like something that was important to the thing that he was claiming, if that makes sense. Maybe that's why I like case 4 in this game so much, because usually the discrepancy you were pointing out was like crucial to disproving the claim that somebody was making. It wasn't just like an incidental thing, you know? I have no idea. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow. She like shoot a string across and then like this seems kind of goofy. Even for Phoenix, right? I feel like they also needed to like really enforce in the story how big of a deal it is to cross the border, because they like it's not a big deal at all for Edgeworth. Like, you should get searched every time you go through, and they should like question you about your evidence so that you know it's built into your brain that like someone couldn't have just walked in and lifted it, right? Because they're making that as that's the big focal point of this whole part of this case, is it's not trivial to take things from the left side over to the right side and vice versa. Free your mind a bit and let it fly like a bird on the wind. I don't actually know.
Hold it!
What an incredible scene it was. That was taken by a freelance photojournalist, right? Yeah, a lot of heart. Oh god. Long, you don't want to open the Pandora's box that is photo doctoring in the Phoenix Wright universe. Just leave that one closed. On the next episode of Phoenix Wright, we introduce dealing with fucking deep fakes. Hey, Squixon, how you doing? Fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with a statue tied to them. They wouldn't go anywhere. Could you even fire it? Oh, 1 second, I'm getting an important phone call. Okay, we're back. Nani? Shooter wanted to launch the crossbow was not the statues themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues. Okay. What did the crossbow launch? Oh, the wire? Yeah, because that was irrelevant before. Gotcha. I think that's right. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow. Is it like special crossbow wire? I like this idea. I like the idea of like there's these two buildings that have high security and you can't cross through them, so somebody launched a crossbow bolt. shadow in this photo is clearly flying away from the ball. The motion used behind this trick. Motion? Rotary motion, swinging motion, bungee action. Oh, like, did she use the clocks? It's not swinging, because that doesn't make any sense. It's not bungee. It's done via rotary motion. Yeah, so Squixon, if you wanted, you could give your 584 points to, I think it's Nubilator, if you check in the Discord, who's pooling points to try to add Kingdom Come. But just read that discussion in the maintenance channel. Let me know if you have any questions or ping either of them if you wanted to collude. Yeah, that should work. Just confirm the name here. And then make sure you let Nubilator know so he can update his bid so that it's higher. Shot an arrow with the two ends of a wire tied to it. A circular belt can be formed. Don't object. Call a success what is beyond reasonability. Hey, there you go. As you know, the Primaduck statue is a one-of-a-kind national treasure. Cool. Longsy says, howl? What the fuck? Did I, like, skip a bit of text there accidentally? Yeah, this is cool. I like this. I even like them using the clocks, even it's a little silly, but sure. I love that everybody saw this from down below, though, and thought it was like the Raven Thief flying and not something obviously draped from a wire. QED. Hey, Ezra, how you doing? Proof is in the pudding. I guess I still am not clear on how doing all of this in this super complicated way, like, what does it accomplish? It's not to frame Von Karma. Well, I was gonna say the clock, but I guess this makes more sense. Since the clock isn't an option. But if if they're a conspirator, can't they just, like, tug the thing manually? Oh, whatever, it's fine. It doesn't need to be automated, right? This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable security. That's a great theme. Need to have foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the offices. So before, when Gumshoe was like, "Oh my God, what's that?" It's like, Gumshoe, that's a ceiling fan. Very common. It's because they were trying to do a little bit of a plant, right? And a remind. Real mastermind behind this case. Single point of the finger, and this will explode as an international incident. Piece of evidence that will point us to who the mysterious mastermind is. I don't know. Let me start. We'll just go through them here. Okay, it's not the prosecutor's badge. It's not the embassy guide, probably. Don't think it's the statues. Is this tied to the whole, like, oh, arbitrarily there are 2 flowers missing thing? Are we gonna blame the diplomat guy? I can try the passion flowers, but I guess I got logic to spare. Why not? Okay. Is this connecting the testimony earlier that there were 4 flowers versus 2? You knew that both offices had ceiling fans. The very detailed information on embassy's layout. The person who grew the flowers with the utmost care. Probably should have suspected Alba just because they're a character that would look interesting to have breakdown animations, right? It's like, you have an entire game series that's based on the, like, unwillingness of people to emote in public in Japan. Breaking someone's emotional poise. Fortunately, there's no hint in the text there. Is it the sticks? Yeah, because wouldn't there be, like, fingerprints? I don't know.
Take that!
Oh shit, that must be wrong.
Knuckle back!
Okay. Most of the evidence has already undergone intense scrutiny. There's one piece that had only been partially checked. Okay, thank you. There's the hints. Is it the one that was used as a weapon because it's only been partially checked, right?
Take that!
Team Paradox himself. List of things? Bravery. Oh, the list of things I've heard now contains everything? Yeah, I gotcha. Probably find it pretty quickly on Netflix, or Hulu rather. Oh, heck yeah. Thanks, YouTube. Turn acoustic bridge back on.
The list of things I've heard now contains everything.
There it is. I'll get it in the bot eventually. I did add duty finally. Shield home. It's supposed to be the guy is protecting something. So for some other area. It looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Can always open things in this universe. Oh shit. Oh shit. At the exit to this complex labyrinth. And Damask 2 is here. And just as quickly he's gone. Getting our breakdown. Not yet. To this level. District coaching. I mean, yeah, that's consistent. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. You'd stop being certain of things long. Yeah, exactly. Day to ban. Reason I came back after, like, seconds after leaving. A little bit of breakdown there. Oh, great. Right on. So, like, they had to create a problem in order to justify the little cul-de-sac over here, but there was interesting stuff in the process that was new and relevant to the overarching case that, like, closed some previous dangling plot threads. So, it's less bad than the Larry Butts Wendy Oldbag bit in case 5. It's gonna be my, like, gold shit standard for visual novel sequences. The one in this one was particularly egregious. Push all the guilt onto the cis. He's just pivoting into, oh, that was my plan all along. It was actually 5D chess.
Objection!
Dignity. Swapped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake. He's got us. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? Prove it. Oh, shit, he's good. Yeah, exactly, sir. Well, fuck. I guess we're hosed. Hey, Dodo, how you doing? no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. What creed will I believe in? I want to pursue the truth. I will sully my hands in illegality. What is the law? What is a man? And which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? Is this the true meaning of prosecutor? Like, don't use the trump card. Like, should I, like... For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. That card is... I love his little, like, existential crisis there for a second, where he's asking, like, what is the law? What is truth? Yeah, I feel like they could have done a better job of making Alba like really lock you down here. Serp is joking, but that's actually literally what happened. Prove it, LOL. Shit, he's good. Fuck, what do we do? I think, see, this is another case where I'm going to keep praising Case 4. I think they did a really good job of building up Callisto U all throughout Case 4, right? And so when she would shut you down, it like, landed. He had a slight, like, eyebrow twitch, but that's as far as it's gone. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me. The list of things I've heard now contains everything. That's what I was saying. I should have suspected him sooner. This is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. The fact that he has it in his hand, like, is this not just, like, obvious? Take a look at what the text? Silence CCU. Dark red blood. This is your proof. Okay, I see. car that passed by had a Cadopian flag on it. Magnify the footage. Enhance. Okay. I don't know actually. I mean, can I see this on my own screen? Is it the reflection in the mirror?
Take that!
Wait, that seems wrong. Perhaps it is time for you to retire. Is it like not a pocket square, but another card or something?
Take that!
Those are the only other things on the screen that are interesting at all. Not clear. This doesn't seem to contradict our current understanding of the situation, right? Okay, maybe that's it. I get frustrated in Phoenix Wright when we're asked to do something that doesn't change the facts of what's going on, right? Like, we already knew Manny Cochin worked for Cadopia. We already knew that he walked into the room, so what does the fact that he was the one that was in the embassy car that dropped him off have to do with anything? Oh shit! God damn, that was pretty cool. Full-on transformation. We've seen that in a couple other games, right? Where they'll like have a totally different pose for the final case. Oh, is it the other thing that I saw earlier? Everyone's an army man. Is he wearing the medal on his suit? Yeah, that's funny. That's a pretty good one. Nutty! He's X-Death. Ooh, your devotion to this case. Oh, nice. I'll have to check it out. Gonna confess. Asked to attack me. I felt my life was in danger. What a pathetic performance. Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times. Okay. Bonsai trimming shears. It's enough to declare it so. Is it? Couldn't he, like, wound himself? Couldn't he been wounded by anything else? Well, that's unimpeachable. Right. This idea that if you can you can show that you have any kind of wound anywhere on your body, oh, that'll pass in court. You gave me this paper cut. What is Interpol's stance on this? Interesting, they're saying extraterritorial rights instead of diplomatic immunity. Arrogance in your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Two layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court. I love clausy shit like that. One of those who cannot be brought to court. Who fight further. On that day 7 years ago. Extraterritoriality is the rules about facilities of the embassy. Diplomatic immunity is for people. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a difference. Thanks, Leon. I mean, couldn't literally everyone say that throughout this entire game? Like, you don't have jurisdiction here. Credits. I guess in this universe's version of Interpol, Long has jurisdiction to investigate at least. Right. I'm surprised, like, nobody has said that so far. That's why I thought maybe they was trying to argue for diplomatic immunity, right? Because he's saying he specifically is immune, not everyone else that we've, like, charged so far. Which, all of which has taken place in this embassy, so, you know, Japan shouldn't have anything to do with any of this. Why didn't Larry Butts claim extraterritoriality? It's because he's an idiot, but still. I guess Callisto you could have. Hey, Kay's still here. Makes sense. Passion flowers data erased from my organizer. But the only one that's... You think? Okay, got it. Yeah, okay, good. Babal also has those rights. Can never be tried in our courts. Nullify either of his special rights. I do like the Maester Pycelle act with this guy. That's pretty cool. I won't rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. You know, the guy who played Maester Pycelle in the Game of Thrones show is the same guy who played the bad guy in the third Indiana Jones movie. I think his whole thing of pretending to be a weak, frail old man was something that the actor came up with. At least it wasn't a thing in the books that I recall. We never really got a POV to expose that about him. What's this yellow flower here? Never seen a flower like this before. Is it the symbol or whatever? I'll look at the rest of it first. No, I have no idea who he is. Please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. I think that's true. I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's the same thing. So is that from the embassy guide? Do I have something better than that? I've used that before. It's gotta be the guide, right? I don't know what else it would be. Oh shit, I did not get a logic refill earlier. Yikes, I gotta be more careful. Well, it's definitely the flower, but... Is it the knife or something that has the flower in it? I forget which one it was. Yeah, okay, I think it's this one. Baumball's national symbol is the butterfly, Alabasta is the flower. Right, a tree in the forest. Oh, is that the knife? Wait, no, this contradicts the entire premise of the previous subcase. If he used that to smuggle it, then... Hold on. We meant to understand that he can smuggle a deadly weapon through a bouquet, but not a statue. The statue required the crossbow shenanigan. I understood that meant that both the statues and the blade hilts were sent back and forth. And nobody brought up the blade hilts previously. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, previously I was like, okay, so the different parts from the different sides of the embassies crossed over because people like the ambassador aren't getting as much scrutiny from the security guards as everybody else, right? That was what I thought before the beginning of this part. And then they're like, no, there's no way you could possibly pass things between sections. You'd have to do this crazy, like, wire pulley system with a crossbow. Like, no, actually, you can just kind of go across security with it. It's fine. Sounds like Francisco, alright. Oh, so I just have to violently threaten you. This is monkey. For limited time, we're offering a very special experience, the Terrifying Fire's Ashes tour. That's actually pretty funny. Alright, so is it time for me to start logicking stuff, I guess? Renovations. Oh, those are connected. I don't know if there's supposed to be something else I have. Can't risk just doing shit at random, I don't think. I guess these could be connected. I don't know how. Ooh. Oh, thank God. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So it's not renovations counterfeiting op, it's an invisible third step in there about things being disposed of. What do you think was the one with the most to gain? I mean, this seems to be what we're driving toward, right? Strong motive to kill Manny Cochin. All right. I wonder what Alba doesn't want us to investigate. Awkward zombie comic is really good. The power of basic logic. Wow, none of us could use your special power. It was Alba all along. How did he do it? I don't understand why Alba was so nervous. Okay, so the product of this is we think Alba killed Manny Cochin. Got it. Well, shit. What are they getting at with this? See, it doesn't make sense for it to be either of these two. I only really have three choices. Did he move it? Picking this just purely based on video gamery, right? Where it's giving me boring option A, boring option B, interesting option C, but I don't know why. So. Oh, okay. Because they're in different... Okay, I think I get it now. Phoenix Wright throws those at you a lot, usually in the form of like a multiple choice question. It was person A, it was person B, it was neither of them. Like, okay, well, it's definitely it was neither of them. I don't know why, but that sounds way more cool. Hey again, Charles, how you doing? Yeah. It was A, it was B, it was both of them. Can you be patronized enough for a lifetime? Probably this one. Can't believe how completely fooled I was. Posters of the country's tourist spots. Gatewaterland, right. The amusement park. It's flustered around the ambassador. Oh. Read a lot about this guy. Doesn't seem to be capable of looking at the ambassador. I guess there's the cart. Something odd about the bulge. Okay. A single sign of a suspicious person or anything. That's the contradiction? True face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Okay. Oh, thank God. I was getting really nervous about my bar there. Achieve the new high score. Once you've recorded a score, that same game can never be replayed again. Playing like fucked up Frogger or something.
Objection!
That Minecraft server where you're only allowed to play it once until you die, and then you have to like save the game to a floppy disk and send it to somebody. There's no way it's a floppy disk. It couldn't fit, right? I think that was just a creepypasta. Have your time. Okay. One question. Does one question mean that I'm only allowed to press one time? I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Incredible. Still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion. Onto your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Coach and I were fellow smugglers. To get to the point, I was in Alabasta the whole time. It's not possible for me to have killed him in Bobal. That is my alibi. That's your one question, Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Maybe I do get to press and everything else. Will you tell us the truth? I'll refuse to budge. Okay. Guards, remove this man. He's on our territory. I guess as long as he's standing in the Theater Neutralis or whatever, we're technically on Japanese soil. Alright, Kay, I remember that you're involved in this story. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm allowed to press.
Hold it!
Being the leader of a smuggling ring, taking on the duties of ambassadorship. Oh, I like his objection line. That's cool. I do like this idea of having a final boss character who, like, completely transforms and has a totally different set of animations after a certain point to kind of supplement the breakdown. I think that happened, maybe it was in Phoenix Wright 3. I don't remember those games super well anymore. I have no motive. Is it Matt on guard? He really likes this game metaphor. What motive would I have had to kill my co-conspirator? Okay, so that's new, so it must be that line, but... yeah, the body wasn't badly burnt. It's the samurai dogs. That's your motive. I don't know. What guitar pick? I have no idea. I think I've gotten to the end. I haven't looked at this. Maybe this is it. Counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zhengfa bills. Zhengfa, rather. surprised they let me inspect this like this. Is there something else to look at other than just the main part of the plate? Weird. Well, never mind. A minor wound. Photo. Doesn't give me a motive. Got the thing earlier that something is conspicuously missing from this side, but I don't know what they're referring to about that yet. This also doesn't hint to motive. The bulge is unnatural. Okay, so I gotta stop. Let's filter all of the evidence through the lens of motive rather than the facts of the case, because most of the things they ask me to do are just pointing out obvious contradictions and facts of the case. So not the push cart, not the security footage, not the photo, not the wound. Maybe the wound, but I don't think the wound, because I guess it could be like that Manny Cochin stabbed him, but I doubt it. Not the plate, not the tape, not the trump card. Although the tape and the trump card basically prove that he was his previous minion, but I don't think that has anything to do with motive. Not the arrows, not the fireplace, not the wire, not the fires. I think that's just facts of the case. Photo. Definitely the hot dogs. I hope that's like the final piece of evidence. Are the fucking hot dogs and the stupid spear. Like, they know that that part was so bad that they're like, okay, we'll make it the key thing that solves everything. It could be the statues. Or maybe connected to the motive. Or the note. The note... Press to steal the statue. Okay, so this seems insanely flimsy and a huge stretch, and it's only through process of elimination, but maybe it's like Manny Cochin betrayed him because he wanted to get the statue from that office, but didn't know they had been swapped. It very arguably, tangentially, maybe has something to do with motive, something we don't yet know. And I get to add it to the list as something that I can't completely rule out as irrelevant, like the samurai spear, so we'll come back to it. Counterfeit bills, no. There's not enough information on this paper document. This is what I thought at first, since it specifically mentions Cochin, but when you inspect it, you just see the 1 through 3 thing, so... I don't think it makes sense to be the paper document. It's not the knife. It's not the key. Facts of the case. This is facts of the case, not motive. Maybe a statue. It's not the embassy guide. It's not my badge. Okay, so the one... I think it's either one of the statues or it's the note. So I'm going to start with the note because I think that's the one that's the most interesting. The music cut out. Oh, thank God. All right, Edgeworth, explain what I was supposed to understand there. Cochin betrayed you because he was trying to steal the statue? Yeah, okay. Evil begets evil. I never use guesswork. Just the person who controls my body does. Content of the note is a request calling for the theft of the Permaduck statue.
Objection!
Motive or thought alone can't kill. This is where the real battle will begin. You only get one question. Yeah, I liked Callisto a lot better. I feel like that was a smoother ending. I think they wanted to do the polite old man actually turns out to be super evil baddie guy. This does feel unnecessary. I mean, they left some unresolved plot threads, but they could have, like, they had those plot threads there on purpose so that there could be more case after you arrest Callisto Yu. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I'm 100% on your side. I think this is all pointless. The game should have ended with us arresting Callisto Yu. And I'm saying that they forced in the other plot threads to make sure we had more to do after that. They could have just as easily cut all of that. I think the thing that is most telling is the fact that Long leaves the building with Callisto Yu arrested and then just walks right back in. I still have things to do here. I have to accuse Francisca for a second. They're also struggling to make Kay relevant now. Like, she was relevant all throughout this case, outside of the Larry Butts thing. But as soon as we arrested Callisto, it's like, okay, she's still here. What? Just, no, like, Al Capone went to jail for tax fraud. It's fine. Send in the evidence. That seems way better. Oh, okay. Great. But still, like, that bluff shouldn't work because... It's fine. Wouldn't he be like, oh, come on, well, if you have it, fucking do it, pull the trigger. Why would you trade a sure thing for a gamble? Like, K exists to give Edgeworth an extra life. Got it. So Mr. Kojin was at the Theatrum Neutralis. Thought I was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. Didn't see Mr. Kojin again after that. Reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions and you will be punished. Any needless pressing. Thank you, Edgeworth, for making that very clear this time. The only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Okay. So I met with Mr. Kojin, was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. Was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. Did not see Mr. Kojin again after that. There's no time span in which I could have killed him, wouldn't you agree? Alright, that's the thing I can contradict. Right, because that's the whole reason we found that little thing. This is where the recency of the evidence has to matter. Right, we know he has the knife with him. Take a look at this picture. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. It's the knife that killed Mr. Kojin. I kind of like that here they put the difficult part was in the investigation phase of connecting the difficult part, but right, you had to connect that the thing in his bouquet is the knife, where you didn't have a huge penalty for guessing at things, right? And here when you have the big penalty, you already know the reveal, so. I had that guy say objection in the most evil way possible. I won't be returning to this country ever again. Just shoot him. Is that going to be the point? Called me a dog. Yeah, is it going to be Interpol? Hey. Sorry to keep you waiting. No, it wouldn't. Good job holding down the forts. Diplomatic immunity has been revoked. Before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Okay. Leave your duties as ambassador. You're gonna get a breakdown here? Mini breakdown? Nice. Daddy! Be arrested simply because you're an ambassador? You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Longzi. Or Longzi. It's kind of cool having him revert. In shock from the loss of his shield. Yeah, I know, right? I just dies of old age. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 style. Whoa!
Objection!
Yeah, right. Interpol did. That's a thing Interpol can do, right, Six Gun? I thought it was gonna be like, oh, yeah, you're right, buddy. Japan can't arrest you, but we can. That is not a thing Interpol can do. I'm shocked. Shocked. I know, right? I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. What's your jurisdiction here, Edgeworth? This is no game. This is horror. Yeah, like a liaison, basically. Like a court mediator. No way for me to have transported his body to the theater. Well, there's the suddenly last-minute suspicious bulge. I didn't know that was a formal phrase. Interesting. Yeah, let's go. I like that even if I had fucked up everything beforehand, like... I guess maybe if I fucked up everything beforehand, he would have like pushed his way out the door and made it onto his plane and been fine. But I was gonna say, is this like Raiders of the Lost Ark problem, where even if I fuck everything up, it doesn't matter because Long comes back and revokes his diplomatic immunity, and so we can start over, right? We want the one about the mysterious bulge. Really? I thought the game would just like go to black if you screwed it up. There's like different scenes that they went ahead and made. love the idea that, like, the security is impossible to get through. You can't possibly move things between both sides, unless if it's in a bouquet or in an extremely suspicious cart. But other than those two things, the only way to get things between buildings is with a crossbow. Cause of the unnatural lump. It's the corpse, right? Oh, I thought they were gonna go even further. I thought they were gonna have him dress up as the Steel Samurai. Just might play a role. Still need the wet guitar pick to matter. I don't know how that's gonna come up. Steel Samurai Daddy, use this pushcart to wheel the iron infant around. Yes. Edgeworth is funny. That the Steel Samurai was forced to unwittingly move the body is just unforgivable. Oh, yeah. Did you not notice that when you were pushing it in here, Gumshoe? He doesn't know what ceiling fans are, and he doesn't understand how to look inside of 3D objects. Like, maybe Six Gun can comment to this effect. I absolutely saw the line that was talking about this is dumb, but I'm just curious from like a world history and real life politics perspective, not in the avenue of criticizing Phoenix Wright. In Phoenix Wright, they needed to revoke his diplomatic immunity. Who cares how they did it? It doesn't matter. In the real world, though, my question is, their hand wave was that Long from Interpol contacted the royal family of his country to have the head of the royal family directly revoke his immunity, right? Fine. That's fine that they did that in the game. In the real world, though, my question is, wouldn't most countries go very far out of their way to never revoke immunity for any of their diplomats, regardless of the circumstances, just for the political purposes of not wanting to, like, yield the political power to try somebody? Like, wouldn't they at least insist on, well, we'll try him in our courts? Like, you're not going to try him in a Japanese court? Are you kidding me? It depends on the crime. Okay. This is just satisfying my curiosity. This is not to criticize Phoenix Wright. It's fine. It's a video game. It depends on the crime and the relationship between the two nations. Okay. Right, you're not going to end an important relationship because an office clerk shoplifted. Sounds good. Oh, really? Are those the ones that are like Sherlock Holmes flashback ones, or the ones that are in like ancient Japan?
Objection!
It's talking real slow. Is not every life precious? Is he just pulling the same trick from before? LOL, no. I feel like this is where we need to have a judge, right? There needs to be some additional authority here to compel him to testify, because he could just say no and leave. I think the only like leverage anyone had on him was Kay's bluff about the crime simulation data. Ask whatever you like. Okay.
Hold it!
It's the Meiji era. They want to suck up to the British Empire. Okay. So not that ancient. Yeah, they have to defeat him first, right?
Hold it!
Rings of spotlights, so when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the shadow. Right. Which makes sense. This game has to do with just a lot of hand-waving with the fact that Edgeworth is never the actual, like, prosecutor. Right? They came close to having something that actually happened in a courtroom, and it, like, coincidentally happened to happen in a courtroom, but it wasn't an actual trial. Okay, countries want to have diplomatic relationships. They don't want their diplomats abusing immunity. So unless they're particularly callous, they'll generally revoke immunity for anything that would get past a grand jury. Thank you, Six Gun. That helps me to understand it better. I don't have any familiarity with that subject at all in the real world.
Hold it!
So immunity, in that case, during the investigation phase, would just act as a frustrating obstacle, right, to getting enough evidence to present to a grand jury if they were awful enough to flaunt it.
Objection!
His name was Damask. 2. Yeah, who cares what he was called? He came out of nowhere. Physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. He's immune to physical damage. He will take evidence damage and chaos damage. Yeah, I remember that. Oh no. Well, they're making it fit. It wasn't a complete aside. Married man of Neo Tokyo. You said it, man. Larry! I don't know how I'm supposed to read Edgeworth saying that. He seems like he has his cool too much to say something like, Larry! And that's the sort of thing where in any other administration or relationship between countries, like, they would trivially revoke immunity. Because it would be the right thing to do. That's helpful. That helps me to understand why that was a big deal more. Middle of the pool. Has Larry just been allowed to go wherever he wants? Actors have unlimited access. They did that throwaway scene where he was in the water searching for the baby. There's so many ways. I've said before that I absolutely love the like plot construct of the two embassies that have a neutral theater in between them. Like it's super silly, and it's silly in the right Phoenix Wright kind of way that you can do some fun little puzzles with it. I think they've underused it, but it's still a fun idea. Is there like another pool on the opposite side that we haven't seen? Is that the guitar pick? It's the only one of those that makes any sense. Yeah, this whole place exists to make this crime possible. Exactly. How do we make a smuggling case? Well, why don't we have a place where you can literally smuggle things? Is there a secret pool over here?
Take that! Knuckle back!
It's here, sir. All right, we need to build this facility where we have a hyper secure border in between the two countries, but make sure to make them exactly the same, and in so doing, introduce numerous ways for it to not be hyper secure. Incredible, I love it. Sir, another Edgeworth. Well, cool. Sure. This blasted doll. Thanks to this hero of justice's son. I like J.K. Simmons. You've been soaked? I mean, do we have notes about that? He said he was not very fire damaged, but... Oh, is it older than the pandemic? Thought you meant it was a recent show. There is a way to get rid of the water in the pool, right? That thing that didn't matter before. It's this thing, right? Which I was surprised they hadn't removed earlier.
Take that!
Wait, is that wrong? Shit, I don't know then. Tonight's events. Oh, am I getting ahead of myself? Did they use because of the fire?
Take that! Objection!
Does any of this matter? Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me.
Not so fast!
It's the ultimate smuggling route. It's very interesting to think about how this game was like plotted out, like whiteboarded, right? Like, I think that a lot of it is working backwards, which seems like the correct way to do a mystery story like this, right? To try to establish what things you need to have resolved at the end of the case, and then find ways to plant them earlier in the case so that the player doesn't realize that they're being directly planted. Like the worst case scenario in a game like this, I think, is for the game to give you evidence and then have you immediately use that evidence. Sort of like what they just did with the photo. And there wasn't really an earlier time to give us the photo, right? But you want to have just enough distance that, like I think I said in an earlier episode, that you get some piece of evidence, you use it in some tactical way, but then it's still relevant later on in some more strategic way. So I think sometimes that works really well, and I think it worked really well in case 4, and sometimes it's a little awkward. Like here, I think everything that had to do with the water refilling was connected to the very silly Old Bag and Larry Butts case. And I think that Old Bag and Larry Butts sequence almost exclusively existed to plant evidence for this like little epilogue thing in case 5. And to be silly and like otherwise extraneous fan service, right? So at least they used it for 2 things. It wasn't just completely pointless. But still, I think that this should have ended with us arresting Callisto Yu, since she was like the recurring villain from everything. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is what I was about to send earlier, right?
Take that!
Phew. That's fun. I love it. I love that they didn't just like put him on the wire. I see stuff like that also makes me wonder, like, the whole idea of, oh my god, we saw the Yatagarasu flying through the air, right? Like, was there a version of the events at one point where that was Manny Kochin's corpse and he was dressed up in the Yatagarasu cloak or whatever, right? And then they wired him across. And so it looked to the onlookers as though it was him flying or whatever. And then they're like, let's not do that. Let's do the statue. But then, like, well, why wrap the statue up in the clothes, right? Like, what's the point of that? I'm not saying that that's what they did or that's what they cut, but it's interesting to think, like, did this change during development in some ways? Stuff like Lon leaving and then coming back immediately seems to suggest it. It's a cool little diagram. It's a very high effort diagram. I love how the objective of this isn't to frame any particular person, but to make the details of the case inexplicable. Right? Which doesn't increase how suspicious it is. Right. Like, imagine if the knife didn't have the wrong handle and it was just one of the knives in the room. You know what I mean? Like, by doing all this crazy shit to confuse the facts, like, you attract Edgeworths like flies to honey. It's like that scene in, mild spoilers for Gone Girl, good movie, where like they talk about how the scene was unnecessarily staged.
Objection!
Right. Yeah, their plot like feels like a Scooby-Doo plot, right? Like the intent is to pin it all on a ghost or something supernatural. Which is fine, like that would come up just fine in a different Phoenix Wright case, I feel like. You'd have the judge being like, are ghosts real? Yeah, we got the pick, right? Which had water on it.
Take that!
Wait, okay. I don't actually know what it is. Well, if he took a photo of it, it has to be the knife, right? Oh, is it the missing pedal? That's actually kind of clever. Now, he gave it away by saying he took it in the photo, right? But I guess that gives you an extra step to get to it. I like that, actually. Especially with the saying that there were concerts there and making you think it's a guitar pick. Yeah, maybe like modeling Phoenix Wright as Scooby-Doo would make me get it better. It might just be that like the merging of Scooby-Doo with some of the trappings of law, it's bizarre, you know? It works in Scooby-Doo because it's a bunch of teenagers and the person who's trying to pretend to be a ghost is trying to scare away farmers or something, right?
Objection! Objection!
What if Scooby-Doo, except Fred and Velma were, like, getting people sent to the electric chair, right? I like that connection. I wouldn't have made it without the direct hint, because like he's like, it was a thing I found at the open air stage. Okay, well that's the pick, and like it was the thing that was in the photo. Like, okay, well that's the knife. But that would have been a fun one to try to just piece together based on the evidence alone, because I guess you could look at it and notice that it looks like the missing pedal, and the missing pedal should have made you go, huh, I wonder what that's all about. I probably could have caught that connection earlier. But I just didn't question the guitar pick at all.
Objection!
You can't call what you've given a perfect argument. I'm gonna use all of my evidence. Because this boss is weak against evidence damage. Well, let me adjust the how long to be, because I think we probably will go at least the time. One day I'll find out why I always go significantly over on Phoenix Wright games, even when I'm not reading the dialogue out loud. Elaborating even on that is good enough for me. Okay. Watched from the last row. Hey, this song. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. No idea how this is going to possibly be relevant right now. You're not the one who is cool. It's the Steel Samurai who's cool. Why are we talking about the finishing move? Right, that still hasn't come up. Oh my god. I need to record a breakdown animation of myself, because I'm gonna have a breakdown animation if the final piece of fucking evidence in this case. It's gonna be the samurai spear of the samurai dogs, isn't it? Jesus Christ. You go back and like edit it together to smash cut me complaining about how stupid that previous case was, and when they throw out all of the evidence from the Larry Butts and Wendy Oldbag excursion except two things. Fuck. God damn it. They got me though. This is I'm laughing with it, not at it. I gotta give credit that this game in particular, maybe not so much the previous games, really tries to do the plant remind and payoff. Like the fact that they mentioned the special move there right before was nice. And there have been dozens of incidences of that in this game. I think that specific pattern of telling you about it, reminding you about it, is important. I swear I was there in the audience.
Hold it! Objection!
I remember the contents of the show. That's nice. Oh, God. Damn it. Damn it. He's willing to just lie right in front of the actor who played him. It's fine. He got me, it's fine. Yeah.
Objection!
You didn't know it was Larry Butts.
Objection!
He couldn't do the special move, idiot. Happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. It's a hell of a description. Get him on that. I love how you could just be like, yeah, I mean, I was in the theater, but I'm old and I don't really care about children's shows, so I fell asleep. Okay, he had to go to the bathroom. Oh man, this is a video game.
Objection!
Steel Samaniac. Explain this compound word. Okay, back on topic. I think that was my favorite part of the whole Larry thing, is that there's like a corpse in the room, and we're just going on about this Larry shit for like an hour. What's the secrets? Okay. Okay. Their skill at introducing and then immediately discarding stuff is incredible. How dare you? Very severe implications. Great. He's just gonna die. Like, that was the thing, spoilers for Yakutate Japan, but like, pretty early in Yakutate Japan, the whole like pitch of the manga and the show is that people have unreasonable, insane reactions to eating tasty bread, and they blow their load on somebody just dying from eating the bread like 4 episodes in. Like, you gotta save that one, guys. It hasn't happened in Phoenix Wright yet, right? Someone just gotta die from the logic being too good. They did, yeah, I know. But still, it's like, holy crap. That's part of what made it so funny that they did it so early. You saw it. I actually have no idea. We still have to resolve the wound, right? Oh, is it the push cart? Okay, I guess this is a weird order to do this in, right? Wouldn't it make more sense? Like, we've already established that the body was being wheeled around in the push cart. Wouldn't we want to establish that he had access to the push cart and then be like, oh, and then that was used for the body? I don't know. I guess this is the kind of thing where it's been implied all along that he put it in the push cart. And now we're just saying exactly how that's true. I guess this would have made more sense to me if Alba specifically pointed out, like, what are you talking about? I didn't have it. You're saying I put it in the push cart? How was I supposed to get to the push cart? Right? But that wasn't the context of the questioning here.
Take that!
It's a nice way to resume the song there. That was cool. Grah! Stand out like a sore thumb to who? Larry Butts?
Objection!
What is there to explain? I got lost when I went to the bathroom. Okay. Even like that idea of he knew the name of a move that was only possible if he was in the dressing room. I like that as a bullet point in the case, right? I wonder if it just works out that sometimes they come up with their bullet points or their like individual puzzles, and then when they go to like write the story afterward to connect them, sometimes like it's just easier to connect them without having to do something janky. Maybe that's why Case 4 just worked out so well in the end. I definitely feel like that's the way they do it, is they come up with what the puzzles they want to be and what they want the connections to be, and then they go in and they write in the story after the fact. And sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it's kind of eye-rolly, right? How could you, Wolfie? Oh, it's a good thing. Okay. Really? Right. I lost track of the fact that the whole reason this had to happen in the theater is so that it was a crime that wasn't protected by extraterritorial rights. Who's yelling hold it this time? Thanks, Kay. Oh, great. So super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone. Oh no, it's the samurai dogs. It's a box of those samurai dogs. Oh, this is auto-scrolling now. Can't you shut her up? It had a special design, like the Japanese flag. Never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. What? I'm not caught up with the game yet. There is no such thing as a rising sun dog. Oh good, we're gonna have another logic thing before the end of the game. I'm happy with that. I feel like that's his special power, so we should probably do that. Pile them onto the push cart just to move them all. Honestly, this is a thing that I love in Japanese video games in particular, the idea of like systematizing things that don't really need to be systematized and then treating them with this like bizarre reverence, like in universe, you know? I'm surprised that Edgeworth's logic system isn't like logic in all capitals and it doesn't stand for something. Samurai dogs, rising sun dogs. It's gotta be the body and the samurai dogs, right? which is why they were in Alba's office. Okay. I only have one option here. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it. Really? That's kind of awesome, actually. It's very silly. See, this is another one where that's a cool bullet point, right? Like, you have these samurai dog boxes that just have a circle without the sun filled in, and it turns out that the sun is blood. What? You could see them coming up with that before writing the story. I wish that we, like, got to percolate on that for a little bit longer instead of being introduced right now. Right? It would have been an even wilder twist. So I don't think case 5 here is bad. I just think it's clumsy, especially compared to case 4, which is a bit more elegant, and most of case 3 until the end. I guess I'll talk more about my overall thoughts on this game once we get to the credits, but that's 3/5 of it. Yeah, the creation of the Japanese flag was just set up to this. They knew all along. That's how dedicated Capcom is. Oh my god, the most obviously irrelevant piece of evidence. It's pretty fun though, I like that. Because, like, if the objective of the series is, you know, comedy Scooby-Doo courtroom investigation, then, like, making the silliest piece of evidence be the final answer is actually pretty great. Analyze this blood post-haste. If we think about the flow of the crime, the reason will become obvious. So what evidence have we not used yet? Hold on. We've used everything here. Now that we've used the samurai dogs, we've used everything here. Does this one not have... Oh yeah, it's not filled in. That's cool. We haven't used the wound. Or did we use the security footage? No, we didn't. Okay. So probably the wound and the security footage remain to be called upon, invoked. I bet it's not the victim's blood. And we'll have to connect it to his wound. Although we'll see how fast they're able to turn it around. Thanks, Wendy. You saved the day. How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation? Hey, that was fast. Thanks, man. Just let K's device do instant blood testing.
Objection! Not so fast! Objection!
They really like that objection take, and they should. It's a good sound effect. They get a lot of use out of it. Probably one of the best ones in the series. No, it's not. Hell of an ellipsis. Who's holding it this time? It was me! That's great. That blood I mentioned is not of the same type as the victim's blood. Daddy! Alright. I know. Yeah, that was pretty good. Come on, yeah, we know. He is raising a good point, though. Oh, Gumshoe, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. Dude, there's blood all over the place. You want some blood? I'll get you some blood. Get you some blood by 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Not so fast!
You'll never escape me. Hold it one more time. No, it's not. It is I who has been backed into a corner. What would that man do? What would he who could turn any desperate situation around do? I wonder, it's like, they go so far out of their way to not say Phoenix Wright. Oh, turnabout? Okay, cute. That's not a thing that ever really got localized, right? I mean, other than that all the case names are called turnabout, whatever. Is that his name? His name is like Naruhodo Turnabout? Naruhodo meaning I understand. Yeah, right. He's bragging now.
Objection!
Suck it, dude. Pitiful? An incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. It's from his wound. Irrefutable proof. Turn your thinking around. They were less consistent about the phrasing in the earlier games. Okay, yeah. I kind of saw the like fingerprints of it in those games, if that makes sense, from the names of the cases and the like. Okay, gotcha. Think outside the box, basically. Belong to dumbass. I like that he gets a new portrait. That's cool.
Take that!
Honey? Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? Oh, right. Sorry, I got excited. A piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding. The piece that proves he was bleeding.
Take that!
Where are the scissors? See if the shape of your wound matches the scissors. That's smart. Truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. Yeah. It was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for him to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Okay. That's kind of nice, though. Like, if I think they're leading me to guess that it was the key. How did... It's the only thing that they've consistently talked about as being easy to smuggle. Basically what we've spent Case 5's epilogue establishing is how utterly, embarrassingly insecure the embassy is. Which is fair. Like, yeah. I'm not surprised. I think this is right.
Take that!
Hey! That key. See, I like that because we used the key earlier for the safe puzzle, right? I think that should be the objective, is that just about as many things as possible should be used in as many, like, puzzles as possible. The worst case scenario is to have something that exists only for a single puzzle and for it to be introduced immediately before it's needed, right? So that's cool. Yeah, that's right. Right. Everything that connects to case 4 is cool. You get a super breakdown. Ah, okay. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors. I love it. I think the series has always been Scooby-Doo, and I just didn't realize it until this game. That's a pretty useful... It's gonna give me some, like, closure for the series. It probably explains why folks are upset with me for being annoyed by the supernatural elements of the first couple games. So don't you know that's what you get when you get Phoenix right? Nice. That was awesome. Gonna cut before he gets to be a prosecutor. Don't worry, we're still gonna give him a trial. What is it, detective? Oh yeah, what about a mono? I was actually about to ask about that. Hooray! Yep. Yep. Not just hiding them, but making them appear inexplicable. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. And Gumshoe gets some food. Okay. There's your answer. That one I need to use an emulator for, right? I can't use a physical 3DS because I need to have the fan patch for it. Does it have any issues running on an emulator? Yeah, right. Shared victory, huh? Okay. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. Yeah, right. Legend of the Great Thief. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict. This is scrolling automatically now, sorry. We prosecutors are also crime scene investigators. Logicians. Extra-jurisdictional judges.
Objection!
Oh, that's cute. That just when he's about to prosecute, we cut to credits. Yeah, so I liked Case 1. I liked all of the kind of changes from the Phoenix Wright status quo. I'll let this play. Yeah, we got a little cap off on all the characters, potentially. I heard horrible looking suitcases. That's fun. I also liked Case 2. I liked the set piece for Case 2 of having to solve a crime on a plane. That was pretty neat. It was very silly, and the plane had to be, like, comically huge for it to work, but fine, whatever. It's a video game. It's Scooby-Doo. I liked most of Case 3 until the ending, when we had to go recreate the crime scene in the mirror funhouse. I thought that was stupid. And that's when I started to be like, oh man, are they just going to add stuff just to have things? Case 4 was perfect. Case 4 is the best I've seen Phoenix Wright be so far. It was still a little bloated from a text perspective, but I feel like that just kind of comes with the territory of this brand of visual novel, that because they don't have to like edit, they don't edit. And so they say in 5 lines of text what they could say in 1 line of text or half a line of text. But the only game I've played that's gotten around that, I guess walking sims get around it by having a huge cost in terms of like modeling and rigging and events and stuff that force them to be shorter, and then I guess Aviary Attorney. Yeah. And then Case 5 was muddled and clumsy. I liked a lot of the ideas in Case 5. If you just like listed out the 10 best puzzles in that one, I would say I liked all of them. I even liked the hot dogs being like the linchpin at the end of the case. I thought that was funny and appropriate for Phoenix Wright. But I think the way they got from evidence to evidence was super janky. So overall, I think I still find this series sort of frustrating for the same reason I find like the main story quest in Final Fantasy XIV frustrating. It's just a genre problem, but this is the best version of it that I've seen so far that's not Aviary Attorney. Yeah, I did like that in Case 5. I think Case 5... I would like Case 5 way better if it ended with beating you and they just cut all of the other dangling threads that they had to resolve after that. Like, that was the emotional core of the game, I think. And then we kind of lost the emotional investment and the pacing by moving on to Tree Guy, X-Death. Forgot about her. The ring pop. I would be very interested in, like, imagining what a Phoenix Wright abridged would look like. If it's even possible to do it with the existing material without, like you say, well, let's just cut the old bag and Larry Butts scene, but it turns out that it is the sole source of the most important piece of evidence in the game, right? I don't think you could get it down to Aviary Attorney length, but maybe within that order of magnitude, it could probably be like 10 hours instead of 26 hours. Or 25 and a half. Yeah, that's a good idea, Judge. Definitely become a lawyer. She only showed up the one time. Is she gonna have a new job in the next game? Anyone can do anything. Wow, that was more on the nose than I would have expected. Right on. Next game, she's the judge. Yeah, right. But that's when it goes full meta, right? All of the recurring side characters who appear in every game and have new jobs, sometimes multiple new jobs in the same game, like with Old Bag, right? The final form is that they're the prosecutor, the judge, the defense attorney, the victim, and the killer. Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. That's how I met Miharu. I'm gonna go to Paris soon. Alright, this isn't in Japan. Aw. Hey, did you ever get in trouble for that? Yeah, Bad was cool. I liked him. Case 4 was really good. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I feel like the game was worth it for Case 4. I'm guessing you kind of have a similar selection bias thing where like anyone that's into visual novels and doesn't mind like more text, doesn't mind that it's 26 hours as opposed to 10 hours, like there's no pressure on Capcom to shorten these or tighten them up, right? So I'm sure I'm the unusual player that like has stuck through it because of the, you know, scheduled format of the stream, but still wishes they were shorter. I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. She has to have 3 jobs in the next game. Just have a job in every case and change jobs in the middle of a case. It's pretty funny. This whole thing has been auto-scrolling, but obviously this is auto-scrolling. Whoop. Basically happened in this one, where from case 3 to case 5, they brought her back again. I'm gonna hold off on that. They're about to set up the Edgeworth and Gumshoe. Okay. Or, you know, you could be Batman. beat people almost to death. Tell me you're camera shy. A cool little splash art here at the end. Can't be seen doing that. Say cheese. And thus, the long tale of the KG-8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. A little time to rest and relax. I'm eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. Aw. Good for you, Edgeworth. I think they were right to identify Edgeworth as an interesting character to do a game about. I think I would have liked the game overall more if they really tried to do a prosecutor game instead of him basically being a cop. But, you know, some of them were interesting, like, you know, oh, he's a prosecutor and he's on a plane, and so there are no cops. And so someone who kind of knows how evidence works has to deal with the problem, you know what I mean? Maybe we'll see them do something more prosecutor related in a future game. But I liked it. You know, other than it being long, I don't have too many complaints. Thanks for sharing. That was Miles Edgeworth.